question is, what are the purposes for which you can use Google Slides by? Okay, so there are few purposes that people use Google Slides for. As a lawyer, you could use it to make a presentation to get legal work. You can create some presentations for clients and make them available on a website. Okay, or you can also, from time to time, you create trainings for clients. And if you attend one of my workshops, which is on how to beat COVID and the recession and generate additional 2 lakhs of income or 2 additional clients per month, that workshop also we discuss how you can use trainings to generate a high amount of high margin work. Okay, so trainings are initially like a part of business development, or we call it gateway services, basically initial services to do some trust building with the client. So if you do these trainings, now you need to be great at design, at slides and all of that to be able to do these effectively. Another way you will use Google Slides is if you're doing your social media marketing and you're using, let's say, Instagram to put images. Okay, Google Slides is a great way to use diagrams. You can also create your firm's brochure on Google Slides. So you can create a flat, like a landscape mode brochure on Google Slides and do it. So now I'm going to ask you all to share so currently I'm going to invite you to share what you're doing, and we are going to play around with Google Slides so that you can see what are the different purposes you can use it for. Oh, by the way, there are firms now which are using giving fresh lawyers tests, recruitment tests, where they give you a problem and they ask you to make a presentation. Okay, they ask you to make a presentation which you will make to a client about identification, let's say, of key risks in agreement. So they'll give you a situation, they'll give you a contract to review, and then they will say, make a client presentation to get this work. Okay, to explain to them what are the problem areas. So basically, based on the quality of your work, you will be able to enable the client to decide whether to give you the work. And also you will be able to enable them to decide what is your value, how much of a premium service will you provide based on the quality of the design and the insights. So it's not just good enough to know the law or to be very good at contract review, but your expression has to be very good as well. When I say expression, it's not just your articles, it's not just the plain Word documents that you make, but also for a non-law audience especially, it's important that you are able to make a good graphical representation, good pictorial representation, use slides well. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you how to go about this. Why did I choose Google Slides over other tools? Because Google Slides is one of the most simple and quick tools to use. Okay, and the other thing you will be doing a lot of times is webinars, like how we do with you. You may be doing one-on-one sessions or events or virtual webinars with a group of your target audience. Okay, there you will need to make those slides. So the thing is that in Google Slides, the designs are a lot faster, lot slicker, more customized for looking better without your effort going in. So the pre-designed templates are quite useful, and I'll show you how I use my when I make Google Slides, how I use the design. Okay, and I gave a quick glimpse. Am I not loud enough? Padma, is it fine now? Let me know. Okay, if I need to step up the volume, I'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I use Google Slides to put in different kinds of themes, colors for different purposes. Okay, one of the things you can use Google Slides for is case studies. Okay, so we can take an example of a case study and we can build this. So anybody here who's a practicing lawyer who intends to use Google Slides? So one example of a case study. You will only share this with interested clients who request that, okay, how have you helped somebody? What is your experience? Suppose you are providing money recovery related solutions. So you can say how, for example here, okay, how a freelancer recovered outstanding bills of INR dash from from a client or from two clients in 30 days. Okay, this for example could be a way to make a case study, and then here you will write case study and you will put your firm's logo. Now what do you do to improve design? What all can you do? Okay, so of course, apart from the regular font size business which you can make better, what you want to explore is this side. Okay, the themes that you have. So, and these themes are often very, very visually useful. Can you see how this suddenly like looks visually fine, right? And you don't have to work on formatting. And at the bottom, you can insert a text box, and you can put an image of the logo of your firm. The other thing you can do is to make your logo standard, there's a function called slide master. Okay, slide master is basically you view a different view of the slides and you put in the logo so that it repeats on all the slides. I'll not go into the slide master right now, but it's for inserting your logo to repeat. Okay, for now you can paste it everywhere. I hope I'm audible. Okay, slide master is what is used, but anyway, now we will go ahead. Okay, now suppose you want another slide and you are saying this is, let's say, case study on, suppose you want to basically show a freelancer how you can help. Okay, so you can say, now this is the standard text you get in a PPT, and the problem with this is what, that it becomes boring to read, right? So how do you make the PPT look great? So I'm going to share some things, okay, with you. One is the layout. Okay, so look at this part. Okay, there are 2-3 things that can happen. Your slides now, ideally it is written, should not cross more than like 15 to 20 words on a slide is maximum. You can reduce it further. The lesser the words, more graphically rich the slide is, the better. If you can't make it graphically rich, at least do not make it do not stuff it with too much text. Okay, some of the formats I commonly use, I will explain. Okay, so you can say 30% bills of, so suppose it is based on research, assume. Okay, 30%, or you can say X% only. Okay, you will just see how it looks. X% volume of unrecovered or outstanding bills. Okay, you can replicate this, that if this was recovered, what could be the benefit? Okay, so covers, I can write here. So let's say I'm making a hypothesis. Okay, 30% for the freelancer, name anonymous. Okay, okay, now amount, what is the total amount? So I'm writing 25%, suppose. Cover 25% of monthly of 1 month's expense was outstanding. Okay, now suppose you want to explain to a client top 5 reasons why bills are not paid. Okay, so now you have these formats. So try this, for example, and you can change background. So here, if you feel that you want to change a background, I'm just showing you. So you can change it to this. Okay, you have to do a color matching, otherwise your background will not have the desired effect with the client. So you can do, for example, a different shade. This one can work. Okay, why payments are, why bills go unpaid. Top top 3 reasons. Okay, now I can add absence of contracts, poorly worded payments clauses, absence uh, uh, lack of clarity on acceptance of work, procedural or sorry, uh, technical issues on raising of invoice. This I'll make it 5 reasons. Okay, issues around raising of invoice, absence of uh, then what can you say? Suppose I want to help out with registering them as MSMEs under MSMED Act so that payments are received earlier, because MSME Act has a provision that if you're not paid within the due date or within X days from the due date, then 3 times the amount paid will be 3 times of the interest will be payable. The interest meaning interest as the bank rate, 3 times of the bank rate of interest will be payable. Okay, and also you will have to disclose it in your financial statements. So uh, why bills go up? Then you can have absence of reminders, but that is not a legal one. So lack of mm, statutory, no statutory remedies are availed, e.g. station, absence of intimation to the purchaser around around payment. Okay. So now this is a managerial step, but these 4 will really help. These 5 will really help. Okay. So now I will make it like this. So I'm making a mock presentation, and you can, once you make these presentations, you can improve them, use them again and again with training, with your client trainings. Okay, you can repeat this. Sorry. Okay. Now I want to draw is small conclusion here. So I'm going to change this and say I will use a title slide. I will just paste it again so that the formatting doesn't. Reminders don't help without the right legal tools. Okay. Now, what else can we write to do this? So this can be used, this right now we are using this for establishing how you help somebody. Okay. So then you will say, now you want to write the story of a person, right? So you could do this. You could say how name recovered, and what's the title? Outstanding bills from previous clients. Okay, and you can put the photo of the person here. How do you do that? You can click on this insert image from computer. Okay, you can put a photo. So you will put in an image here as you will do this, and then you can say add description of the person. Okay, so add a brief story. So performed design work for, so now this is not readable, right? So I'm going to make this bigger. Design work for regularly for software companies uh, 2 out of every 5 companies did not pay. This is the pain point I'm explaining, okay? Now this gray color is not bright enough, so I want this to be white. Okay, suppose I want to highlight something. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that and make it more attractive here. Continue to do this for 3 months and met us in a and attended one webinar until she attended our webinar. Okay, correct. Had outstandings amounts of at least 2 months income. So I'm just right. This is like what a case study looks like, and this is how you can use a PPT to do this. Okay, now in this is a text heavy slide. If I look at how many words are here, left side will be image, and here there will be a small text box. So which can say, you can say name, you can put anything in the caption, right? A little bit so that we can know about the person. Okay, name, uh, country, city, okay, whatever you want to write. Maybe a little about their qualification, software, okay, or freelancer or ad designer, whatever you want to write. Now, okay, how did you implement the strategy? Now, this is used for a comparison, this format. How we helped dash person, okay? Previous strategy, what didn't work. Or new strategy. You can just say this. So this is where people understand how you're helping. Now notice there is not a lot of law at the moment, but you'll get into it where you want to. Previous strategy involved, let's say, previous strategy, email quotes, invoice, follow-ups. Okay, now I will make this, so I want to change this. Now I will highlight this text to inverse to make the color combinations inverse. So can you see how this highlighting really looks good? The yellow highlights don't, but this highlighting really looks good. Now why I have shared all this is because these are some common tricks that we can use, which will really help us in being more effective with design. You can use these for Twitter posts also, or Instagram or LinkedIn, especially Instagram. But it has to be not client specific. That's the only thing. So you can take a screenshot of this, okay, by in Mac it is Command Shift F4, or you can use any other way. You can do this, or you can also select the whole thing and export it as image. Okay, that way you can do. Now let's say new strategy. Okay, new strategy is, one second, yeah, new strategy. So this is one was MSME registration, invoices with MSME notice, reminders with consequence of violation. This is, a lawyer will only do that. A client would not want to do this on their own. Okay, then I'll change the color scheme. Some, okay, now you might want to say bonus, something else you did for somebody. bonus, standardized contract, with so what do you want to add? With clear payment terms and procedure for expansion of scope. Then you can say uh, increased payment speed by 15 days. Okay, everybody understands this. Or I can move this out from here and I can say, now here I just want to write one title slide. Increased payment, sped up payments by an average of 15 days. Okay, that's all. You can use this to write reviews also, loopholes. Okay, now, so if you're making a short one, right, a short case study like this, you can make 5, 6. So you can have a slide here. So this is a specific one. Now, how ABC Law Associates solved payment recovery challenges. Okay. You can't advertise all this. Okay. Only somebody who says afterwards that, how did you help? Send me something. What is your experience? Okay. Or in a one-to-one session where they are asking, only there you can do this. Okay. Freelancer, let's say based in Surat. I'm just giving examples. So now this is a title slide. Now I want to distinguish the two title slides and I can choose a different format for this slide. I can just change the background so that people understand that this is my a different one. And I can make it simple also, or I'll just keep it like this for now. Now this is one little case study. Then I can put in case study 2 by replicating a similar one. So I can say that how a startup how a startup increased speed of or increased how a startup recovered outstanding payments from covered outstanding payments. Okay, this is your second case study. Now like this you can make a whole big PPT. Okay, and at the end you can have a contact us slide, right? So you can just say contact us and you can put in name, number, email. You can put in as many text boxes as you want. So you can put in 2 contact numbers, 2 people's contacts. Okay, this is a very basic one. Now I'll show you some more functions to play around. I want to show you diagrams to use also. Do you notice, like if I was to do it a lot in PPT or Keynote also, which is the default software for Apple, I would have to take care of a lot of the aesthetics, which I don't want to, right? I want to just have it done quickly. So this is how I can do these things faster, and it increases the degree of professionalism. Okay, I am not playing around with color right now. Default colors are there. There are other combinations which will work. For example, in this scheme, maybe this is not working. Maybe a yellow may work. Okay, this yellow works. So I can play around a little, but even Google is not giving me bad colors. It's giving me decent color palette to choose from. Okay, now let's see how to tweak around further. Sushil, this is giving you the same functionality as PowerPoint, but it's much faster, much more efficient, much more graphically appealing design wise. In PowerPoint, you've seen a lot of ugly PowerPoints that people make. You need a lot of people have to go to a designer to make a pretty PowerPoint. Okay, now I am not a person who thinks in terms of imagery. Okay, so I want preset templates to use it. This is how it helps me. Okay, I have PowerPoint, but I have been always using Google Slides for a long time. And of course, it is based on the cloud. So if my computer crashes, I'm not going to lose it. Okay, now I'll show you one more thing. Okay, steps to engage with us, or how to identify. So you can give a questionnaire here. How to identify if we can help, or if you have a payment recovery issue. If you have a payment recovery, or if your business okay, and you can give questions here. So give like simple questions. Are you subs you can give MCQ also, so that they can choose. They can't mark it on a PDF PPT, but so you can give, I'll give you this. Do you have one or more clients not paying every month? Do you get payments? You cover? Do you consistently get a portion of your dues on a delayed basis? Are there frequent disputes around delivery of the work? Do clients drive down? Do clients question the quality of work to drive down the price to reduce the amount paid after delivery? Okay, now these are important questions which will help you diagnose if there is a money recovery issue. Okay, you can have more questions, but I can put in a conclusion. If the answer to any of the questions is yes, then there is scope for you to use legal tools to improve your money recovery process, or to improve your cash flows. I can do it this way, or I can just take this out, move this. This would become a classical slide. See, these slides always become ugly. So this just doesn't look good. But anyway, this can be there, and you can move a title slide here. So you click on this, apply title. Do you see now how you can use this? And you can just write this here. Okay, it's not coming. I'll put it again. So are you all being able to figure this part out? If the answer questions is yes, there is scope to recover by using legal tools, or by improving your process, or by utilizing contracts and the legal system better. Okay, that's it. That's the conclusion here. Then you will have this, and then if you have a flow chart, here's how you will do it. You will click on a slide, then you can do a blank slide here. So I will do a blank slide, and I will want to insert a diagram. Okay, so I'll create a diagram here. Now I can have this also. So how many questions I had? 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 4 questions. So I've got 4 questions. I can do it this way also. So I could put these questions here as questions here. And then I could give hints to the answers, and I can expand the whole thing. I'll just show you how. Okay, now I can copy paste each of these questions. So I can copy paste these questions like, do you have one or more clients not paying every month? Or I can say, how many clients do you have not paying every month? And then I can give 3 options. Okay, and then they can identify that. Or I can give a heading here. Possible ways of addressing. I'll show you one, okay? And we'll increase the font size also here. I'll show you how one looks like. One second. Do you have one or more clients? Okay, clearer due dates, contracts, tighter contracts, clear proof of acceptance of work. Okay, so now the person has a few hints also about what they can do. Getting it? So now like this you can do for the whole, for all the 4 questions. These are some of the ways to use this software. Now what else? Now sometimes you want to make a custom shape. Okay, so a custom shape, for example, would be happening here. For those people who can think through graphs, it's great, but I find it to be a big struggle. So when I create a shape, for example, you can create these shapes, it automatically fills them. You can select here whether you want to fill a box with which color. Okay, now when you do this, now your color scheme understanding has to be good. So I can type something like step 1. Now when I write this, if I'm doing this, now this is like doing this from scratch. So what I'm going to do is, so if you notice, the black color is not going very well. So I'm say, let's give it a title, okay? So I'm going to apply a title, how to engage with us. How to engage with us, okay? So step 1, use the slide above to identify the situation. Okay, I'm going to try making this. 2 steps I'll make. Is this better? No, this is ugly. This might work if the background is a bit better. So I'm going to change the background color. Or I can just make the background white and the text black. Okay, this is working. You might be able to design better, okay? But the point is that can we communicate visually and can we make it clear for others? So I'll just show you how I do it. Now what will be step 2? Reach out. Yes, and share documents for a free review. for review, free. Suppose this is a free service you're giving, okay? Share 2 documents for it. Okay, now I want to connect this with an arrow. So I will use this. This is the most frequent things that you will be using. Now it is showing the center point through these purple. 1 second. I'm going to change the color of the arrow to white. This is the design. I'm going to make it thicker, 4 pixels. Now I want to make this a little horizontal. The reason I connected it to the purple area is so that the arrow moves like this. Okay. I can keep doing this till the end. I can make this bold. I can change a lot of things here to make it. One of the strategies used is this part will be less emphasized. Automatically looks more professional. Look at this. So I am showing these strategies on the fly because people don't teach all this. They give you templates and stuff. Okay. Now like this, you can make it go. Okay. This is how you use custom diagrams. Okay. Step 3. Now I can copy this now always. I can copy this and I'll probably want to have an arrow downwards. So first do this. Then I can make this go here or down. There isn't enough space, so I will have to make a curved elbow there. To make a curved elbow, I have to change this into this. Take a straight line down and then again curve the connect. So I have to do insert, shape or line. Okay. So like this, it can happen. Okay, now I want to quickly ask you all, okay, this is one purpose you can use it for. What are the other purposes you'd like to use it for? And were you able to like understand how to navigate through a PPT? Let me see some other functions that we can use. But keep giving me some feedback, okay, so that I understand where we stand on this. What are some of the other purposes you'd like to use a PPT for? Okay, let's use another diagram. Okay, let's use another theme also. So this is the point where you can choose a lot of new themes. So let's take another theme. Okay, let's try this theme. It's too jazzy, but let's just try what it offers. Okay, now what you want to see is what are the kinds of customizations available. So you can do a new slide, but what kinds of layouts are there? So these are the layouts that you can play around with. If you notice, a lot of it is black and white. Sorry, it's just like white. If you want to change the color, then you will have to apply a background separately. If you want to change the format, you'll have to go to apply layout. Okay, if you want to change theme, you go here. And you can change theme. Let's see if you can change theme in the middle. The whole slide changed here. This also changed. Okay, let me see if I can change it for only one slide. Themes, it is changing for the whole slide. Okay, so these are the, let's see this. So the layout. Okay, some changes to layouts you can do from here. But these are very bad colors. This one you can use, then the black and white ones are. Okay, so now if you're writing here, so this is a regular color with a highlight. Okay. Okay, I'd like to pause here and I want to ask you all that which are the ways in which you can deploy PPTs? So, and why would you make a PPT? So suppose somebody says that, I have a document, can you give me a quick input? So you can say that, key inputs on this document. You can just send off a PPT and a person can be really impressed if it makes sense. Right? So you can say, review of agreement, key inputs, put your logo here, okay, on top left or bottom right. And then you can say point 1, point 2, change layout. So you can do a standard layout. Now this is very important for Startups, software entrepreneurs, animation people, freelancers, they appreciate simplicity and some design. So how do you share it? Very good question. Okay, there are two ways. If you do this, I just did email as attachment. You can send yourself a copy. This allows you to do three things. Plain text you don't want. You want Microsoft PowerPoint format or PDF. If I do it this way, I will get an email. Okay. Whoever I send it to, it will go to as an attachment in their email. You don't even have to go to your Gmail. Otherwise, you can download here in different formats. You can download as a JPG image for current slide. This is what you can use to put onto Instagram or Twitter if you want to make something. Okay. What else can you do here? One second. Yeah. Avilash. You want to make PPTs for importance of trademark registration. Yeah. So when you do that, so you've seen those PPTs now, which are a big turnoff because they have too much text and poorly designed themes. Now you can use this to make it better, right? Make it better in the sense more pleasing to the eye and quickly, right? And you want to make PPTs for more, like these are, you can share some free PPTs in the initial phases of engagement for people to benefit. Those are generic ones, but you can also make specific PPTs or case studies. Your brochure can be made in a PPT format because this is allowing you to export as PDF. Okay, here's the PDF. The other way you do it is you share it with people. Okay, so I'm just saving the name as this, and then I can share. Okay, if I share it with somebody, they need to have a Google account or a Google for Business account. So then you can share it with them. And if you want to send an email to them, then you can copy link and put the link in the email. Okay. All right, quick inputs. So I have completed sharing what was planned for this session. Let me know if you all benefited. Let me know how can you implement it, any other way in which I can support. And it will be great if more of you can share this on chat so that I also have feedback on how this works. Quickly, then we'll wrap up. Do you have any other questions on this? If you're a law student and you want to intern with startups, you want to help them with, or you want to help them making, even pitch decks for investors, that will be a great way to learn these skills more. And whenever you want to speak to a business or do trainings, you can use this, use it in business development, use it on social media. Okay. With that, I'm going to close this session. Please keep sending us feedback. How did you find it useful? What can you use it for? How can we improve? Criticisms are also welcome. Okay. And keep suggesting new topics which we can conduct. Okay, bye everybody. Take care. And those of you who want to generate your own, who want to work on building your own clients, work on offering new high value services, you are invited to my workshop on 7th and 8th October from 7 to 10 p.m. on Beat COVID and Recession, how to generate 2 new clients per month and earn an additional income of INR 2 lakhs. And you're most welcome for that. We will discuss some very innovative strategies to generate new legal work. If you want to, for those of you who aspire to work in a law firm, whether in IP, corporate disputes, technology, any of these areas, then you must look out for the how to get a job in a law firm workshop, which I will be conducting around the middle of the month. Okay, so this was an announcement I had to make, and all the best. Rakhi, I'll just take this last question. Rakhi, it will be visible in search engine if you upload it somewhere. From Google, it will not be directly visible like that, okay? Most of these are not even public links. So you want to create a SlideShare account, and then it will be visible in search engine, or you can also embed that SlideShare inside a blog post. So you'll get a code which refers to the SlideShare account, and then you write the text and then you embed it. So that way it will get indexed in your blog also, or it will come on your blog and it'll be there on SlideShare and it'll get indexed on search engine. Okay. That's the way to do it. All right, everybody. So I made the announcement also. In case you all are interested, feel free. You can visit the lawseco.com website and type workshop in the courses and you will be able to find it. Will they be able to find it actually? 1 second. Let me share the link. Otherwise, that. Or you just get in touch with our team. We'll share the links. Okay. All right. Cheers, everybody. See you. And